welcome to another episode of Elizabeth Plays Subnautica with Science! I am super excited to be back. I say that every time, but it's especially true this time because on Saturday I was trying to stream XCOM and I was having a lot of issues with the program I used to stream. First it was not showing the video, and then it wasn't playing the audio, and then it wasn't doing either, so I tried uninstalling it and reinstalling it, and it still wasn't working. I booted up my computer today, trying to see what I would need to do. I tried two things, and miraculously it started working again. So, hopefully this is actually working. If it isn't, I apologize. Please let me know in the chat if things are off or weird or whatever. Yeah, I guess it's time to go ahead and play some Subnautica. Last time on Subnautica, we built a nice little base over by the island, and then the game crashed, and I lost everything because I forgot that autosave is not a thing in this game yet. And I do mean everything. Our whole base is just gone. There's no platform. That stalker I rammed my submarine into is dead, so we're gonna have to start over. But let's not dwell on that too much. We got some resource collecting to do and some science to talk about, which brings me to my disclaimers. Disclaimer number one, all the views, opinions, statements on the show are mine and mine alone and are not necessarily representative of any of my employers or publishers or anything whatsoever. This here is all me. Disclaimer number two, this is a show in which I talk about science. I do have some science news from the past week to talk about. I did prepare, but especially relevant today because it's been a day or two since I looked at some of these studies. This is all off the cuff. I may get things wrong or misspeak or get some facts slightly off. If you notice me doing that, please, 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 please tell me. And I will do my best to issue a correction. And if I notice myself making a mistake later, then I will issue a correction in the YouTube video when I put it up on YouTube. So yeah, here we are. Just us with our little life pod in this great old alien ocean. Now when we last left off, we had... Have we built the sea moth already? Yeah, we had. There it is. Ah, and there's our battery running out right there. Fortunately, we're in pretty good shape as far as batteries go. Now, what I wanted to do last time, and because everything got erased, what I definitely want to do this time, is build our first base. So I want to go over, take the sea moth, go out by that island, and just build something really cool. Because by now I have that fancy tool that should let me do that. So yeah, let's try seeing what it's gonna take. First thing we gotta do is build a foundation. So I'm gonna make a list. If I can find a pen. There's one around here somewhere. Oh, here. It's pink, but it'll do. There's gotta be a way to make lists in games so this isn't so cumbersome, but whatever. So we're gonna need a foundation. That's titanium times 4. Tit times... I almost wrote tit times 4. That's not what I want. We need solar panels. That's gonna be quartz times 2, so titanium times 2, so that makes titanium times 6. Quartz times 2. And we're gonna wanna build, let's go with our basic compartments. So it's going to be titanium times 8, and we're going to need a hatch to get into it. So that's going to be glass times 1, and titanium times 2 again. So we're going to need 10 titanium, 2 quartz, 1 glass, and a partridge in a pear tree. Maybe not that one. How close are you to me, manatee? Get away. I don't want your gaseous emissions. They kill me. Is it just weird that the birds not flapped before? They must have. Maybe there's an update I'm unaware of. Also, yes, we are going to be saving frequently this game. I learned my lesson. Oh wait, this battery's dead too? Let's see. I will get the proper battery in there. So that one's dead, and that one's dead. That's real helpful. Also, yeah, we need some ingredients for new battery. So, it's getting on towards late afternoon in game, so let's see if we can't pick up a little copper, shall we? Because otherwise we are going to be sad. Also, I figured out last game that you can use the used batteries to create those power cell, the larger power cells for the stalker right out there for the sea moth. So we will definitely be doing that. Like, there's a spent battery. We can use that. It's not something to be just thrown out. Whoa. Why is this dark? Ah, crash fish, crash fish, crash fish. Ah! Now it freezes. Let's get out of here. Fortunately, we were not harmed by that at all. Stare up at the sky. Get a pretty view. I don't think we'd actually been down here. It looked it did not look familiar. So, let's see if there's some... Whoa. Oh, there's a crash fish egg, I think. Okay. It just suddenly got very dark. Well, I don't think there is any ore down there, just a lot of irritating fish. So, let's get a little bit farther away. Just trying to see if there's any, move my, the window over there so I can see if anybody was watching. That's titanium. Luckily we are gonna need that. As well as some fish, because we're going to need some things to eat. There's a quartz. Let's go get that. Anything down here? We just went down here. I have the memory of a goldfish. Actually, probably less than the memory of a goldfish. Ah! My inventory's full. And my copper's rolling away. What can we drop? Well, we can drink that water. We can just eat a boomerang. It's raw. Who cares? What else can we drop that we don't need? We can drop the titanium. We can get more. And that'll be good for curing some fish. Yeah. Yay. Now, we do have a lot of titanium in reserve, so I'm not too worried about that. Just trying to pick up any copper I possibly can. Oh, that'll be good for more filtered water. Get over here. Thank you. Since we're out here, we may as well pick up some quartz. Or not, because our inventory's full. Ah, stalkers. They're so pretty. Alright, I probably should have dropped off my stuff back at the campsite. Not campsite, escape pod before heading out. Let's do that now. Gold and signals. Well, that's full, actually. Can't make any transfers if it's full. Sun's setting. That's not so good. Okay, we just flat out drop. Let's just go ahead and drop the titanium, and then that'll make transfers easier. Kelp seeds. Ah, there's still room in our kelp seeds box. Let's dump our gold and our silver. We won't need those. We'll need the copper. Actually, we'll need the kelp if we want to make those ion batteries. I'll dump our signals. We don't need them for now. We can come back and get them later. I like how their eyes glow. That's kind of cool. Again, there's totally precedent for that in the real world. I wanted to drop the table coral. There we go. Recharge our oxygen, cause that's getting a little low. That's so pretty. Oh, that actually reminds me. There was a... I'm sure if you are at all interested in the science news of the week, you probably heard the announcement about the TRAPPIST-7 planets, which is this super cool... Ah, that's a stalker. That's a stalker. You following me? Good. The TRAPPIST, planets are a series of 7, if you're watching this later, are a series of 7 exoplanets, which were, several of which were just announced by NASA this past week. And one of the cool things about them is apparently they are close enough together that just like on this alien planet we're on right now, you could look up into the sky and see geological formations on the surfaces of the other planets if you were standing on one of them. Which, that's really darn close. Like, that's not quite at the level... it's not close like our moon close, but if there was life on them, they wouldn't need necessarily a telescope to study the other planets. Let's put it that way. Or if we somehow got probes or astronauts out there. Not that we will, because they're 40 light years away, but if. Big if. Funny webcam, only head. Thanks for letting me know. I had it set up and then it drifted. Let's see if I can't fix that a little bit. Is that any better? I'm having to adjust it on a lag because I can't actually see what the webcam is showing in real time. That looks better. I wish the stalkers were less active at night. That would make my life a heck of a lot easier. Gold? I want gold! I want copper! There we go. There's some copper. Good. There's Garyfish. That's good. Alrighty then. So let's gear up for our journey. We're gonna need to distill that bladderfish. So we have some water. Let's go ahead and cure the hoverfish we got. That'll be good. What else do we have / what do we need? Oh yeah, we were going to make... Oops. Actually, let's save. I'm gonna be paranoid about saving today. We're going to need to make some... Actually, that would be under electronics, wouldn't it? We're gonna use some of our spent... What do we need to make the power cell? Silicone rubber. Let's make some silicone rubber. Then use our spent batteries. Oh, I need 2 creepvine seed clusters. Oh, grumble, grumble, grumble. Let's go get some of those. Where are they from here? Ah, that's a stalker. Hello. Grab a hoverfish just for eating for on the way back. There's a bladderfish. It's right next to a stalker. We're gonna get it and go. Ah, inventory full. Come on. Oh well. We're hungry. We can use that hoverfish that we picked up along the way. Just go ahead and cook it up and eat it. And the sun's rising. Perfect timing. It's amazing how the batteries magically recharge when you turn them into... When you, Don't I have 2 creepvine seed clusters? How do I only have 1? Oh well. We're gonna have to use some of our resources here. Let's cook the hoverfish. We may be dilly-dallying around here for a little while I get my life, or my character's life, figured out a little bit. That helps. We don't need the gold. We can just dump that. And we also don't need the stalker tooth. We can just dump that. And we can dump the purple coral sample just out here because we sure as heck don't need that cluttering up our life. Whee! What a beautiful morning. Bright and sunny day. And the game is glitching out on me. That's a biter. Don't want to mess with that. Ah, the volcano's active today. That'll give us enough, hopefully, for our new battery for the sea moth. And assuming we still have a little bit of room in our inventory. Oh, shush. I'm not bothering you. We can pick up an acid mushroom. So we can make some actual batteries for our, Nope! It isn't. We'll have to go back out for those. For a little sea glide there. Okay. Silicone rubber. Great. Now we can make a power cell, so that's going to be great for powering our sea moth in case we run out over there. And now we can go outside and get some more acid mushrooms. Oh, it's eclipse time. I was like, is it nighttime already? Nope. It's just eclipse time. I wonder if you can tow this thing. That would be super handy. Let's make some batteries. That should help. What's our inventory look like now? Okay, we got 1 power cell, 2 new batteries, 1 old battery, which we can just dump. We've got some cured fish. We don't have any water. That might be a problem. I don't think so. So now it's time to start. So I'm going to go outside. I'm going to dump that battery. I'm going to try and grab a couple of bladderfish so that we have water for the ride over. And then it's time to stock up on titanium and all that other great stuff. Won't need that. I think we need the computer chip and wiring for something. I remember that we do. I don't remember exactly what. I'm gonna keep it in my inventory just in case. There's a bladderfish. Delicious. Delicious, fresh, clean water. I keep saying it and it's still gotta be true. There's gotta be a blueprint somewhere out there for a water filtration unit. I just have to find it. It wouldn't make sense for there not to be. Hey, come back here. Stupid boomerang. Catching fish by hand. Definitely the most efficient way to catch a fish. Absolutely more effective than, say, spearfishing. But do we have spearfishing, like, harpoon gun blueprints? No, we do not. What a beautiful sight. One of these days we'll go back out to those pods. See if maybe we can salvage something from them. But not today. Today we are building things. I heard you, Manatee. I'm not falling for that. Alrighty then. We're gonna cook the boomerang and eat that now because we're getting kind of hungry. I'm gonna accidentally cook a bladderfish. That's a giant waste of water right there, but oh well. I need base for storage. Yes, that is part of why I am going to be building that today. We're gonna save the water for when we get a little thirstier. Alrighty then. Right. Let's gather our materials. We need 2 quartz. We have 2 quartz. We need a glass. We can... I think I have glass in storage somewhere. We have 2 titanium, and we're going to need 8 more. We don't have that much room. Do I leave the first aid kit behind? You know, I think I can probably pick up some more titanium when we're over there. The glass and stuff might be harder. Is there glass in here? No. Is there glass in other stuff? That is not glass. That's more titanium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 10. There's some glass. Okay, so that leaves us with 2 empty slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I leave the wiring kit behind, am I going to be sad? Let's leave the computer chip behind because that took a lot of work. We can come back for it. Here, I'll label the locker comp chip, so it's easy to find, easy enough to find if we want it later. We'll leave both the wiring chip and the wiring kit and the computer chip here. We can just drop these acid mushrooms because guess what? We don't really need them. They are a dime a dozen. They grow wild everywhere. So, it's time to go find a good place for our base. Now, I wanted to go build it out by that island, which, if you recall, was out that way. Because it seemed like the island was going to be a good place to generally hang out. Now, the problem with that area over there is, as I discovered and then discussed in the episode, which unfortunately basically didn't happen. Oh, I just saw your chat messages. I'm so sorry. I have not been paying attention. No currents in the game. Yes, there are, in fact, no currents in the game. It would be really cool if there were. But even so, I wouldn't necessarily... Oops. I wouldn't necessarily expect there to be in the shallows. I would expect to see them a little farther out. So here's what I want. I want to build a base. This is kind of silly, but I kind of want to build a base near reefbacks. I kind of love the reefbacks. But I also want to build a base near where there's a lot of resources I can just sort of pick up and use. See, there's reefback noises. That makes me happy. Ooh, that's cool. Deep chasm, which I'm not going to be venturing into. There's one of the life pods. We already... Did we already salvage that? That doesn't look like we salvaged it. I see something in there. I'm gonna get out real quick. Actually, first I'm gonna save. Nope. Wrong button. Save. Now I'm gonna get out. And get in here. Risking bone sharks. And, ooh, free compass! Cool. Nothing else in here looks like it's worth salvaging slash available, but we can remember where this is. Yeah, I do love the reefbacks. So yeah, we want a place where there are resources and where it's generally worth, but it's far enough away from our old main base that it's actually, you know, worth it. Actually serves as a jumping off point to do other cool things. So, finding that balance may be a bit tricky, but we'll do our best. One tip, I take that computer chip and silver wire with you for building a fabricator. Ah, man, I left him behind. I have to go back and grab him. Once I figure out exactly where I want this, I'll probably go back to the life pod at least once more to pick up stuff. And it's frozen. I'll pick up the computer chip and wiring kit then. I knew I made them for a reason. Where's the Aurora? I guess I don't have my compass equipped. There's the life pod. There's the Aurora. So the island should be about off this way. Man, the game is not happy with me today. Must be one of those days. One of those days when you save often. I think this jutting out sort of bit of rock with the kelp on it is about where we tried building last time. It wasn't bad, but there's not a lot going on here in terms of resources, honestly. There's bladderfish, which is great. But, not a lot of quartz. Not a lot of other stuff we can use for building. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this ridge back. Oh, go away. I killed you last time. Yeah. And, see if I can get to an area where there's a bit more stuff. I'm open to suggestions if anybody has some. Oh, there's some resources here, I guess. Ooh, one of the glowy ones. You know, I wonder if that's the plague that the aliens said was contaminating this planet. Those green splotches. It looks like some sort of disease. Freezing. This looks more like it, except that over here we've got that weird glitchy thing where it's perpetually thinks I'm trying to weld open that door. Over here is great, but there's sand sharks, and that's not ideal for coming in and out. So I don't have that reinforced dive suit yet, and that could be a real pain. Hey there! Welcome to the chat. Nice to see ya. Ooh, those things are cool, but again, oh, go away. See, that's what I'm worried about. I don't want to have to deal with that with coming in and out of my base. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a large base closer to the life pod, and then once I have that all settled, I can build larger bases farther out. Ooh, stalker tooth. I already have a couple, though. I know those will come in handy later, but, for right now. Go away! What did I say? This is interesting. This little promontory here. Is this volcanic? Another one of those volcanic vents? No, but it looks like it could lead down to something interesting. That glitch with the door isn't too common, but if you keep on cutting, you'll get through eventually. I did get through. The thing is, I did get through. It let me in, but the sound keeps happening. So I might have to go back and cut all the way through again, just to make it go away. Oh, that left off a blue spark. That's kind of cool. I don't know why I'm looking down here. I'm not going to build a base down there. I'm so picky with the first base. Must have a nice cliff. Yeah! Oh, go away. Jeez. I mean, you're pretty. Don't get me wrong. But, I'm not all about that. I do want, like I mentioned before, I want somewhere where I can hear the reefbacks. I find their songs to be relaxing. Oh, this is fun. A lot of good resources around here. I can hear the reefbacks. There they are! You know, this is kind of nice. We're right next to the kelp forest, but I don't think we're in stalker territory. I don't see one. We're not too close to the, to home, so to speak. There are sand sharks around, but not too many. facts. So yeah, let's call this home. Shall we? Yeah. And we're close enough that if we forget something, as we did this time, then we can just go ahead and go back and grab it. Unfortunately, now it's dark and I can't see a dang thing, but... I'm very tempted to just wait for morning on this one, honestly. Because I can't see what I'm doing, like I said. Well, we can expand more foundations outward. If I don't like where I put this one. Ah! Later, come on! I got rid of it. Good. Yeah, that's not so bad. We can build another foundation further out as well. Radiation bubbles. Radiation builds character and tumors, but tumors with character. Yeah. Tumors. Oh, there's that little biter. I'm gonna ram it. That is not an efficient way of killing them. Uses a lot of energy. Well, I guess that's one peril of living near the Kelp Forest. Get over here! I kill you! That's okay. They're pretty easy to get rid of. I finally figured out how to do that. Okay, let's get out again and build our first tube, I think. Gonna be our next, oops. Next project here. Not that. I wanted to, there we go, right click. There we go. Nope, wrong button. Dang it. I will get this. This is only, what, no. There we go. Beautiful. Now we can build the hatch onto the end. Like I said, I will get this down eventually. Am I out of titanium? Dang it. Well, that was kind of the point, wasn't it? I suppose. I can't get in yet. I will go back and get more titanium after placing the beacon which I brought. Yes. I did have that piece, that presence of mind. There we go. Pick up beacon. Can I name you? Edit beacon label. There we go. Base. Taking votes for base name. 30 seconds. Alright, fine. I'll go up and get more oxygen, and you all can tell me what to name the base. If the game gets really laggy for you, Google Subnautica cache. I will do that. It's never gotten really bad, with the exception of last time when it just outright crashed on me. But it is annoying. So yes, I'm taking suggestions for a base name right now. I was just going to call it Base 1 in the meantime, but if anybody can suggest something cool, like Deep Base 9, or... I'm all for science puns if you're about that. I'm going to call it Base 1, and if somebody puts something cool in the chat by the time we get back, then, yeah. No, I don't want to do that. Jeez. There we go. I guess random clicking on things isn't gonna help. Alrighty then. Let's go get some more titanium. Well, thanks a lot. Let's go ahead and drink that filtered water and have some snacks while we're out here. We'll be able to see the reef backs from there. That makes me probably happier than it should. can't spell beacon without bacon. That's true. Oh, you can just stay behind. Why don't you? Turn off the headlights. I don't know if that actually conserves energy, but I'm going to pretend it is. Because why not? Alright, now, like I mentioned, we're going to pick up our computer chip. Make ourselves a fabricator in there. And we're going to get ourselves some titanium, because I know I've got lockers just full of the stuff sitting around. And once we have a fabricator, I do believe we'll be able to make some lockers inside there. I don't know exactly how much titanium we'll need. Let's just get all of it. We can always just dump it on the ground there. And we'll pick up a first aid kit because we are a little low on blood after that bleeder got us. Let's just go ahead and use one of them. Why not? We're also a little low on water, actually. Since we're out and about, I'm gonna go grab a bladderfish or two. I was thinking Copernicus, but you need to see more of an animal lover. Copernicus is great, you know. I have great respect for Copernicus. He did some great work. That's not a bad idea at all. I like that. So you can find in that field. Oh, I have no quarrel with you, Stalker. I just want the fish that happen to be swimming around your territory. I've been reading a lot about sort of space-related stuff. So, what with the whole TRAPPIST-7 stuff. So, Copernicus is good. I like that. Let's go distill some water over here. Could do something turtle related. There was a really cool study about turtles out this past week. About some researchers were looking at some ancient turtle fossils and speculating as to how they might have evolved the ability to withdraw their necks inside their shells. They speculated that, based on the evidence, I'm just going to save really quick, it looked as if turtles may have evolved the ability to draw their necks back inside their shells, not because of the ability to hide from predators, though that is a nice bonus, but because they may have been trying to hide from their prey. Because this early turtle fossil that they were looking at was from, it had this sort of spiky back to it, and generally looked a lot like turtles today, which withdraw their necks back inside their shells in order to hide from prey on the bottom, so then they can just dart out their necks and grab it at the last minute, like Mata turtles. Kind of the same principle. Ah, beautiful reefbacks. They're out there somewhere. Alright, let's get out here. Finish building that hatch. Yep. There we go. What a beautiful hatch.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Well, that's great. Can we make a fabricator yet? Can make a communicate. There we go. Ah, beautiful. We won't have any power for it yet, but we can make it. And then when we have power, which we will in a minute, because we're going to build a solar panel next, right next to this, on the foundation, then we will. There we go. Get that all built up. Ta-da! Base power restored. All primary systems online.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
Can I see out the window? Not very well, but I can. Down into that little... off the edge of that cliff there. We'll get some proper windows here in a minute. Can we cook things? We can if we had things to cook. Which we don't. What do we have left? We got a cured boomerang. We got all kinds of stuff. So, what's it gonna take? What are we gonna do next is the question. Let me go ahead and save. As far as turtles go, there's Moria from Neverending Story. That's... Morla, yeah. Yeah, that's not too bad. I like that. Copernicus or Morla? Let's go with Morla base for this one. Because, we're talking about turtles a little bit this week. And then, Copernicus can be our next base. I'm gonna make a note of that. Also, you know what? I haven't named the sea moth yet. Can you actually name the sea moth? Is that a thing you could do? I know you can name the larger submersibles when you get them. Enter sea moth. Sea moth. Can't, no name changing. I guess it's painted on. Guess you can't edit it yet because we don't have a moon pool. That's something I definitely want to get. So now we have this whole new area all to ourselves. Let's go explore it, huh? Got some food. Ah, sand sharks. You're so funny. Not like there's no precedent for that on Earth either. There's lots of rays and stuff that bury themselves in the sand. There was this thing going around on Reddit the other day of, it was a gif of an octopus being, sort of followed around by a diver, and then this, something, it's not entirely clear from the video, just lunges up out of the sand and eats it. I think the general consensus was that was some sort of shark hiding on the ground there. But I don't know that anybody ever actually solved it definitively. Ah, biter. Nope. Stalker. Nope. If I lead a stalker out there, is the sand shark gonna eat it? Maybe? Maybe? Please? Probably not. Ah, there's a beauty. Let's go say hi. You got some hoverfish hanging around. Oh, and one of those shooty things on your back. I don't like those. The things that shoot spines. One reef back, two reef backs. I could have sworn I saw a third reef back out here, but maybe it's just hiding. I wonder what they're trying to communicate. I mean, if it were a whale, I'd say it was sort of a long-distance communication mating call thing going on, but I don't know. Alright, that chunk of titanium should give us a heck of a lot to work with, so let's go ahead and cook that up. Basic materials, titanium times 4 from that metal salvage. There's a waterproof locker. What can we make with a heck of a lot of titanium? Interior pieces. Ladder, bioreactor. Ooh, I do want the bioreactor. I guess we just take creepvine bits and shove it in that. Fabricator, communications relay. That'd be handy so we don't have to go all the way back to our pod to get our message. Excuse me, our messages. That's going to be useful. Wall locker. We need quartz for a wall locker or a regular locker. Locks away things you need to store. We definitely need lots of storage, and I do want that. So I think the first thing we need to make is some lockers, and then we can work on a battery charger. That seems like a good order of business. Oh, and I did want some glass windows for this thing, because it's so pretty. L compartment, glass compartment. Glass times 2. Yeah. Ooh, you know what? We could just put a window in this one. We're not that far down, though, so I think we can afford a whole glass compartment. And then put some reinforcements on this one. Let's go get some quartz, shall we? Oh, I think we're out of batteries. Yeah, there we go. Sure glad I made those other ones earlier. We don't actually need to be mining any sandstone. We just need quartz right now. Ooh. Pretty habitat. Not volcanic? Nope. Oh, nope, nope, nope. I'm not looking at that thing. That's that hypnotic thing. I didn't even see it on screen, but it's down there somewhere. It's so tempting to go back down there. There's that thing that we're not supposed to look at. It's cool how it hijacks the voice of your, little AI, I guess. It just co-opts it in your brain. We're looking for quartz. We need some. There's none down here. Do the rocks respawn? I don't think they... I get the sense that they don't, but then it seemed like I was finding a lot of sort of sandstone outcroppings near my base, where I felt pretty sure I'd already mined all that out already, so maybe it does respawn and I'm just not... Maybe it doesn't respawn and I'm just not really that good at finding them. I get the feeling there's a lot of, I remember there being a lot of quartz sort of out on the flats where the, reddish seaweed grows. But, hey. Don't want that. Inventory full. Okay. I think it's full of fish. Let's get away from the sand sharks a little bit. Oh, hey, there's some. I was right. Hey. I said let's get away from the sand sharks. Hey. They're still chasing me. Come on, man. Alright, back that way. Let's remember that. Can't get me in here. Haha. Okay. What do I got? I don't need the gold. But I can consume some of these delicious goods and make up some room in my inventory. So a lot of the news I actually have prepared for today is kind of a little bit old, mostly because I still didn't get a chance to talk about all the stuff I wanted to talk about on Saturday because I was having some issues with the whole streaming software thing. But there's definitely some cool stuff out in the last couple weeks, like the Bumblebee study. Did anybody see that? It got a lot of coverage on science news media. Basically, some researchers trained bumblebees to play soccer. And this might seem a little bit silly because, like, why would you need a bumblebee to play soccer, really? And it wasn't even proper soccer. It was, let's train bumblebees how to drag a ball from a series of basically drag a ball into the center of a metal plate and drop it into a hole or drag it inside a circle. So that doesn't seem like very useful research, to be honest. But turns out it actually gave the scientists some useful insight into how bumblebees learn. Okay, I swear it was lighter outside before I got out of there. Hey, you can look inside. That's cool. I mean, I guess it totally makes sense, but whatever. Can I? No, I dropped my compass. Get back here. I was trying to equip it. have to drop off that signal somewhere else. Oh, that's very useful. I don't need more hoverfish. Let's see, the quartz was all up along this ridge here. Let's go get some more water. But yeah, basically what the researchers learned from this bumblebee study was that bumblebees can learn behaviors from other bumblebees. This is, they know this because, let's face it, soccer is not a skill that you would ever expect a bumblebee to have to learn in the wild. You know, they're not going to be dragging around, well, balls of anything, really. Though they're certainly capable of it. Bumblebees will create balls of pollen and wax that they store in their burrows. I think that's the same species that does that as the ones that they were working with. Okay. I got plenty of materials here. Oh right, actually we don't because I wanted to make glass out of the quartz.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
There we go. It's unpowered. Oh, correct, because those were solar panels. So I guess it doesn't have power after dark? That's... seems like a design flaw. Or maybe I just hadn't let it charge up enough yet. Either way, let's go find more quartz. Because that only gave us one... enough for one glass. It's a lot easier to go out and venturing at night when you've got a big base close by to come back to. It's also a lot easier when you turn on your headlights. That helps. Alright, we don't want to go down there, because that's where the things which hijack your mind live. Come on, quartz! Show me some quartz. Volcanic or just hypnotic? Neither, it turns out. Cruising down along the seafloor. Not trying to disturb you intentionally, I swear. Just looking for some quartz. It's a lot easier to keep track of where we are with the compass. And we're freezing again. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, the bumblebee study. Yeah, basically they learned that bumblebees are able to learn behavior from other bumblebees, which is cool. They learn better from other bumblebees than they do from what the researchers called a ghost bumblebee, which was them using basically moving the ball without using another a stick that a ball on the end of a stick that looked like a bumblebee. They also learned that bumblebees crash their freaking games. No. Oh well. We did save relatively recently, though, so I may have to do that thing which you suggested. I'm around a ton of silver. Yeah, no, there's this the area I'm in has had a ton of silver and gold. I have been wallowing in this stuff. However, that means I've also been experiencing a severe lack of copper in my life, which is a problem. Especially in the early game when you're trying to make batteries all the time. But we're gonna next time. I think now that we have completely failed to gather enough quartz to make a cool glass walled component, I think we're gonna try and go ahead and make that battery charger. That's gonna make life a heck of a lot easier. That's gonna be our next top priority. But we did not lose everything this time, because I've been saving religiously. Well, not religiously. Fair bit. Quartz will not be around the creep vine. I guess you're right. I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking with that necessarily. There was a fair bit around sort of the edges of the coral reef habitat that we were in to start. There's that reef back. All right.
All primary systems online.
Yep. Looks like we haven't lost anything really, except a little bit of time. I thought I saw something moving out there. Ah, beautiful. So yeah, what's it gonna take? Actually, let's get back in here so we're not harassed by anything.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's see what this is gonna take to make that a sign. Very handy. Bench, desk, chair. It's a little cramped for that in here so far, I'd say. Alright, so we're going to need 1 computer chip. I'm gonna write this down. 1 copper wire, 1 glass, and 2 titanium. Now, the computer chip and the copper wire are both going to require silver, I do believe. Let's check that. Let's see, computer chip. That's going to be table coral times 2 silver ore and quartz. And the copper wire is just going to be copper times 2. Alright, so we've got we're going to have to come up with a full inventory's worth of stuff here. Let's do this. There's that quartz we found earlier. That's still there. That's super easy. But the precious metals, that's another matter. Those are going to be in and around the creep vine. Nice thing about no currents is that until we get ourselves a proper locker, we can just drop this stuff down around the base and it won't go anywhere. Hey. Chill. Cool it. Ah, you're still following me. That's cool. Let's get out of your biome. And out of your hair. Yeah. Something's squeaking. There's that diseased one again. I'm sorry I'm sorry if that's me. I'm sorry if my ship gave you radiation poisoning. Sure giving me radiation poisoning. Actually, it's not giving me radiation poisoning anymore. I solved that problem because I got myself a fancy suit. I was speculating a couple episodes ago that maybe the things on this planet don't get radiation poisoning if their DNA works differently. Or actually not, if they don't have DNA, if they have some other form of a... Ooh, this is cool. It's not going to erupt and blow me up, is it? I sure hope not. Gold. I don't need gold. There's some silver. There's some more silver. I just need another copper, really. How much stuff do we have in here? Let's go ahead and drink some water. Free up some space. Ah, no, dang it. There we go. Brief interlude. Let's go get some more oxygen while we're out here. The subject of animal learning has been getting a heck of a lot of press lately, I guess. More copper, that's great. Which I guess is important. I mean, it can give us insight into how we learn. Really. Wow, how deep does this thing go? Oh, it emerges back out here. Okay. More gold. If there were any kind of currency on this planet, I'd be rich. But this isn't that kind of planet. It's the kind of planet where you wind up needing bladderfish much more than you need gold. Imagine what if you were in a society that had an I don't want to be heading back there. I want to be heading towards my new base. Morla base. Let's get out there. Yeah, but imagine if you had a society where the currency was based entirely on bladderfish. It would smell terrible until people invented the equivalent of Bitcoin. I imagine that would happen fairly quickly. It would be like the U.S. getting rid of the gold, trying to get rid of the gold standard. You know, it's like we got to get off of this bladderfish-based currency. The stench is killing us. Our currency devalues incredibly quickly just because nobody wants to be trading with weak old bladderfish. Alrighty here. Copper wire. Fantastic. Oh, we forgot our table coral samples, and we were just over there, too. Dang it. Oh, well. Let's get out here. And things don't drift away, so we can just dump our gold on the ground. I don't like doing it, but... Also our dead battery. That's not going anywhere. I found that dead battery just sitting there that I came up with at least one episode ago. That was great. Also don't need this lead right now. Let's go get some table coral. Ooh, there's a diseased sand shark. I mean, I presume they're diseased. It might be like an irregular bioluminescence, but it's not symmetrical. Which makes me think it's not. Parasitic bioluminescence. That would be a super cool concept, to be honest. What was that? Oh, I think that was just a rabbit ray that I looked at funny. Table coral will be back here. Those things are a little too close for my liking, but whatever. There we go. Ooh. Small passageway in which crashfish are likely to be lurking. This is a great idea. That is something you should... I've said this before and I'll say it again. That is not something you should ever do while actually diving. That's another thing. The peepers. They like to jump up out of water. I have yet to come up with a satisfactory explanation of why this is so. Maybe they're eating something that we can't see that's hovering just above the water surface. Like maybe there's some other kind of those fish birds that we saw. Ooh. That was a sand shark egg, I suppose. Get in here. And now, presumably, we can make our computer chip. Great. And now, we can make our... Can't do anything with a knife. Oh, we need glass still. Resources. Power 43 out of 50. We're fine. Let's make some glass. And now, we can make our battery charger. Do I really want it right there? No. Let's put it right there, back along this wall. Actually, let's put it right next to the fabricator. So that we can then, well, yeah, let's go ahead and put it on the same wall as the fabricator. Ta-da! Now, how do we use this thing? Do I have any dead batteries? No. The only battery I have is a big one. Well, the sun's still up. Let's make some water. Because why not? And then let's drink it because why not? We're thirsty. And it's dark out here. Joy. I hope this isn't draining the lights. Yeah, I think it is. Oh, get back in here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, right. I was going out there to grab the battery, which I dropped just down here just earlier. Yep, there we go. Now it is charging. It just flops open while you're, Alright, yeah, I can live with that. Alright, so what do we want to do next, now that we have our delightful little battery charger, and we've got our wonderful little fabricator? I think we need to make some more room. What do we got? We got some titanium. We could make an L compartment. Or an X compartment. I do want to make a glass compartment. Let's make another foundation off of this way. Make it a little bit more expansive. And then we can make some window. And then we can maybe collect enough quartz to make some windows. What are we going to need for this little venture? We're going to need titanium and quartz, and that's pretty much it. Let's take the sea moth back to the, back a little ways. Maybe we can get to a habitat where there's a little bit more quartz. Also hit some of those bitey things along the way because, I'm vindictive like that. Hey! I am not skidding along the bottom. My aim is... Ooh, cool! Infected sand shark. Reefbacks? Yeah, building a base so close to reefback habitat was a good choice. Now I can see them in their beautiful bioluminescent portobello mushroom glory whenever I please. I do like that almost everything in this ocean is slightly bioluminescent. I guess that's what happens when your day-night cycle is so incredibly short. Otherwise, you just go comatose very briefly for a very short time each day. What is that? Oh, that's the mouth of a sand shark! They've got glowy interiors. That's very intimidating, but it does not seem like a very effective hunting strategy. That's better. Actually, let's go ahead and save while we're here, because we did make that, we did make our delightful little battery recharger since our last save. Hey! Did I ascend too quickly? That would be embarrassing. Lots of salt deposits out here. Not that much quartz. This seems to be more of a coral reef habitat kind of thing. Really. Which Which would mean we should probably head back towards our original life pod. Let's go around the edge of this habitat. Beautiful creatures, silhouetted against the sky. Almost looks like an aquarium the way the horizon works right now. I've actually never been diving down that deep to know if that's realistic or not. If you have, let me know. If you're watching this and you've been that deep, let me know. I'm curious. What is that? Is that just table coral that's the wrong color? I don't really want to get out because these things are here and they'll shoot me. I don't like that. But that should not be that color. I'm really tempted to get out and just try it. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna save. And if this goes terribly, we'll reload from the last save, okay? Let's do it. Green table coral. Does it just give me a regular table coral sample or what? It's just a regular table coral sample. Still, I just obliterated 2/3 of its population, so yay me! I kill endangered species. I feel good about it. I don't actually feel good about it. Ooh, wow! I like these things. I don't know if they hurt you or not because I've never been out in the water with one because they're a little bit too deep for me to actually be swimming around. But man, they're pretty. They're like a cross between a jelly and a ray, I guess. That's what they remind me of. Listen to that. Is that them? That keening noise? There's lots of, I think that's supposed to be lithium in this habitat. Yeah, I think that's the rays making that noise. Unless it's something, one of these trees. It's not like I could get out anyway. I don't have the proper gear. Plus there's those hypnotic things, which is just great. Don't really want to be tangling with those, really. Back to creepvine habitat. Again, not a lot of quartz around here, I don't think. Wait, what's that? Look, even that thing's been infected. Wild. Whatever this thing is, whether it's radiation poisoning or something else, it's pervasive. Lots of repeating texture on this wall. It's a little obvious when you look at it from this angle. Bladderfish. How are we doing for food and water? We're good. Man, that's pretty. I like the mushroom forest biome a lot. We're actually pretty far from home by now. It's easy to forget exactly how far and how fast you're going when you're in this thing. Let's start heading back. That's a new sound. I did not see what did that, but that felt like a perfect comedic moment to me. Just chitter thunk. Hey, Sandjark! How you doing? Relax. I'm not here to eat you or your babies. Maybe you have other priorities too. I don't know, and frankly, I don't really care. Quartz? No. Just seaweed. I wonder if that battery recharger can recharge ion batteries too. Or the they're not called iron batteries. I don't know. Whatever thing the sea moth takes. Hey, I'm close to, let's go to the island up with the gun. Hey, I'm close to the island. I think I'm pretty close to the island. Where am I in relation to the Aurora? Let's check. That's how I used to check. I'm actually not that close to the island. The island is off this way, like where I'm pointing, back towards the base. I'm kind of on the opposite side of this, it's not quite a seamount, this raised area. I'll go to the island after I'm done looking for quartz over here. Because I'm in the middle of building this base right now. Do you see what I see? I think you do. I hope you do, because otherwise I'm hallucinating. And that would be bad. Since I haven't encountered one of those hallucinatory creatures yet. Ooh. Pretty. Yes! We have found it! The crystal cave! Full of quartz. Delicious. Let's get out before we encounter something that blows us up. That is exactly what we needed. More quartz! Yay! And still more! Let's go until our inventory is full. Or just until we get out. Until we picked up all the quartz. Now we've got enough to make ourselves a... Let's see. What can I eat / drop? Let's go ahead and have a snack. We don't need stable coral. Now we have enough to make ourselves some lovely glass compartments.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Hey, me running into the ship does not count as damaging it. It's my ship, I can do what I very well please. Thank you. Alright, let's go back and make a glass compartment. And then we'll go to the island. Check it out. See if anything's changed. Just cruising over the kelp forest. Lots of salt deposits around here. Great for curing fish. Of course, now we have this cool base out here, which I just realized I forgot to name the beacon still, so we'll have to do that. There's one of those infected sand sharks. Isn't it a beauty? Perched out over, looking out over the reef. If we'd built a little bit more this way, we'd have a bit further view. Once you get up towards the ridge and you get into that algal habitat, you start to reduce your visibility a little bit, but oh well. At least you don't have sand sharks harassing you over here. So let's get out. And build our foundation. Oh, shoot. I don't actually have enough for a foundation yet. You know what? Let's go ahead and reduce some of that quartz to glass.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you so much, robot lady. So we can build a glass compartment. Get a lovely view out over the sea. Can't wait for that. No, we're almost out of water. Let's go get a bladderfish. Or two. They won't be down there, they'll be up there. And some more titanium. That's how you know you're close to the wreck, because it's making that glitchy welding noise. Scoopfish. That's good eating. I don't actually know if it's good eating. We'll pretend it's good eating. You missed me. I mean, I missed the bladderfish too, so I can't really criticize, but... I'm a giant hypocrite, what can I say? What was that? Oh, it's a sand shark. Those bitey fish, can you eat those? The red ones. Like that. I can't even pick them up. presume the answer is no. I'd like another bladderfish, pretty please. Pretty please. Gonna give me another bladderfish. Gonna randomly spawn another bladderfish around here somewhere. Pretty please, I'm getting thirsty. That'd be super helpful. There's one. Thank you. It's a diseased bladderfish. Wonder what happens if I cook that. Let's find out. Did anybody else catch that? Those green spots on it? Oh shoot! I was reminded of this when I mentioned that we were close to the... Well, we were in that crystal cave. Did anybody else see that piece of news? It was actually from last week about the bacteria they found in those caves in Mexico. There is this... oh, we're up to 100%. Sweet. There are these caves in Mexico, and near Chihuahua, actually, called the Nika Mines, I think they're called, that have these giant gypsum crystals in them. I do mean giant. Like, these things are easily 3 or 4 times as big as a person. And they grow under these crazy circumstances. They grew when the caves were filled with water. They're not now because they were drained by the mining company in order to access some of the other stuff that was in the mines, like the ore and stuff. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. But anyway, this is just a fascinating habitat that a lot of scientists who study space think might be a good representative of what some of the more extreme environments in on other planets might be like. It's super hot down there, 100 degrees Fahrenheit easily, just generally, and it gets hotter in some places. It's super difficult to study because these caves are so hot. You can only stay in them for a short amount of time. Let's go ahead and build this thing before it gets dark. Actually see what I'm doing. I want it to be on a level with that. There we go. Beautiful. And now let's take the hatch off and we'll build a glass compartment. Beautiful. Now we'll build a glass L. Actually, hang on. Let's build a... Yeah.
30 seconds.
Ah, dang it. There we go. The sun is setting. Now we can go ahead and build a hatch on this end. One hatch. Pretty. You can see way out there. We'll build another glass hatch on that end. How's our base strength anyway? Remove batteries first. Okay. How are our batteries for this guy? Yeah, now we can drop off this battery. This is great news all around. Never eat the antennae. I wonder why. Oh, what they find out about the heat levels. Yeah, I got super distracted. Point is, they knew about these caves in Mexico for a really long time. I'm so sorry I got distracted. This game is so cool. But they found these bacteria living in them. Actually in the giant crystals. Which may have been trapped up in there for up to... Really? I still find this really hard to believe. 50,000 years these bacteria have been living and growing in this habitat deep in these mines. Now, like I mentioned, biologists and other scientists use this to sort of think about what might be possible for life on other planets. So for them to find these bacteria living in this extremely inhospitable environment was super cool and really pushes the boundaries of what we think might be possible for life. They're extremophiles, you might say. They like living in an extreme environment. So what exactly is going to happen with this discovery is, you know, still a matter of debate. You know, they still have to figure out, study these bacteria now that they found them. But still, the fact that they found them at all is pretty amazing, in my book. There's all sorts of cool bacteria. Ooh, you are diseased. Please don't come after me because I looked at you too hard. There's all kinds of cool bacteria out there if you know where to look in extreme places. Where shall we do next? I was gonna do another L turn. Maybe. Oh yeah, we were gonna make some lockers. I used up all my glass making this pretty observation area. I guess time to go find some more quartz, huh? Yeah, let's get in our sea moth over here and go find a little more quartz.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Because for some reason you need glass to make lockers. I don't know why, you can't just make them out of metal and deal with not having a window into them, but such is life. Go to the island and I'll discover true amazing things. I already did see the gun. And I got a chance to explore the caves a little bit. But, alright. We'll go, instead of making a locker, we'll go to the island next. It's not like our stuff is going anywhere and we can just dump it out there. As soon as the sun rises, we'll get out to the island. Oh boy, the plagues cometh. I don't know if these things are necessarily dangerous to... What was that? I hit something. Is that what happens when you swim into a swarm of these things? I think it is. You may not be able to actually interact with them when you're outside, but they give off sparks when you run into them. That's kind of cool. Alright, so... let's see. Let me get my bearings by the Aurora. Like I always used to do. And now I have a compass, so that now that I know where the Aurora is... I can... Okay, so there's the Aurora. Island is off this way. Let's head out there. Should get there by sunrise. I know our energy's kind of low. We've got another power cell in our inventory, though. Not a big deal. Yes, hats off to the Sunbeam crew. Alas, they tried their best. They didn't know. They couldn't know. We sure didn't. Not until right up in like 30 seconds before they got shot. A random piece of debris just floating down. Random table coral. Did I cut that off? I don't... Oh, no, that's not table coral. That's something else that we need. Not right now. Right now what we need is quartz and lots of it. Oh, we're here! How about that? Is there quartz growing on the island? I don't think so, but let's just check. something big that lives down there. I've seen glimpses of it a couple times. I don't really want to mess with it. It looked nasty. Yeah, see, there's these green things and the red things. I think those are gold and silver usually. But I don't need gold or silver. I need quartz. There's the gun. Blam, blam, die. How did the gun activate? Apparently it was on some kind of automated system. I couldn't really do much about it. Ooh. That looks like a path. Doesn't it? A little bit. Did you hear that music sting, or was that just me? Oh, another mushroom forest down here. This is always a fun biome. I know I'll be able to use it for something eventually, but not right now.
Caution.
Spoil sport. Ruining the party. Do we want to go into this cave? We're already a little low on health. What was that? Is that that big thing? Ooh, look, a vent! Yeah, that sounds not good. It's getting closer. Let's maybe not stick around. Ah! Ah! Yeah, that's very not good. How do I get you off of my ship? There is no way to get you off of my ship, apparently. Get off, get off, get off. Ah! I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out. I'm down to 5% health. I'm getting out of here. As fast as humanly possible. That was that big thing. Warpers plus legs equals Mr. Meeseeks. Are the warpers those things that hang around here? Because I could kind of see that. Mr. Meeseeks is blue, though, and generally charming. Warpers this far have only hurt me. Let's get into some shallow water here and maybe do some repairs on this thing. Yeah, let's get out here. I hope it can't get me up here. Where's my repair tool? That's a laser cutter. Let's see here. Laser cutter, repair tool. Nope, nope, nope. I wanted to repair you, not get into you. I just wanted to help. There we go. That was the Reaper Leviathan. Okay, good to know. I have heard of the Reaper Leviathan. I deliberately tried not to learn the names of things, though. I had heard of it, though, and seen how it was, and heard that it was fearsome, and now I agree, that was fearsome. I do not want to tangle with that thing again. Why is this thing... Looks like that's pouring down. Oh, sand pouring down off the top. That's cool. It's like a sand fall. There's probably no quartz here, though. I haven't seen any. Alright, noted! I will not go down deep into that environment again until I've gotten some reinforcements on my ship. Because that was not a good encounter to have. Or a gun. Put a gun on my ship. Except there's no gun blueprints, apparently. We don't have any predators that big on Earth, I don't think. That was at least, well, not anything quite like that. In any case. Yeah, there's like a whole series of caves down there, but I do not want to tangle with it. The Sea Dragon Leviathan is the worst. That must be huge. Oh, you deserve it for bumping into me. You know what it kind of reminded me of? Like, color scheme-wise? It almost reminded me of an oarfish. Because oarfish have those long, sinewy bodies with these bright red fins and sort of mottled blue coloration. They're not vicious predators. Although people kind of used to think they were. There's some theories that oarfish are responsible for a lot of our sea serpent legends, because they're really long and sinewy, and they're deep water fish. So people didn't really catch them unless they were already didn't really catch them very often, basically. I still haven't renamed my base. I'm gonna get back and do that. I still haven't found any quartz. I'm gonna go swap out my battery, I think, because I'm down to 8% energy. But yeah, it really reminded me of an oarfish. Except vicious and with giant claws and deeply predatory.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, this is a good place for a base. Just look out into the blue, but not have to worry about getting eaten by anything. That's a plus. Yeah, battery. Swap it out. Let's get around to the back here. That is how you change the battery, yeah? Oh, there it is. There's the battery. Let's see if the battery charger will work on power cells. No? I guess not. That's a bit disappointing. I guess we're gonna have to keep relying on copper for a while. Is there any way to make a power cell charger? Scanning the Reaper and the Sea Leviathan and... Oh, you accomplished the hardest thing in Subnautica. Scanning the Reaper and the Sea Dragon Leviathan. That is deeply impressive, actually. I don't know how I would get close enough to that thing to scan it. I guess I'd need a... How did you do it? Did you get... I presume you had a reinforced suit. And you had to be in the water, because you can't scan that thing from inside the sea moth. And I should build a moon pool. I don't think I have the blueprints for it yet. Do I? I mean, it's not showing up here, so... Oh, I need the lithium for reinforcement. That seems appropriate somehow. I also don't have the blueprints for that larger submersible. I haven't found them yet. A couple episodes ago, I went on this kind of scanning binge, but I scanned everything in the local area that I could find, I think. And I think I have to go farther afield for that. Either that or it's right under my nose the whole time and I didn't see it. I do like the way the light plays across the sand. That's really beautiful. So what do we want to do now? We need more water. I guess. And we still need quartz. So, you know what? Let's take this back to the coral reef habitat. There will be quartz there. If nowhere else. And there will be bladderfish there. So, good times. It took 15 minutes of this stasis. Yeah. Also, if you go to the gun, I think it has a new creature in it called an alien drone. I didn't see anything like that when I was there last time, but if they've updated the game since... Oh, those are just spots. I thought it was diseased for a moment. I was like, more diseased creature, but no. When I was back last at the gun in very late February. It's late February now. It's the last day of February. Very late January. So if they've updated since then yeah, there might be something I've missed. Let's hop on out here. Let's see. steal some titanium. I know I've got some quartz just lying around here somewhere too. The pods that I have not been are on the other side of the Aurora. I haven't really been around that way yet. There was a good reason why, and I can't remember why. It was not radiation reasons. I think it was just a little too far. I think I got intimidated. I might do that next. That might be fun. 2, 3, 4, 5. It just updated them in. Oh, cool. Alright, I'll go back to the island and check that out, and then maybe go around the other side of the Aurora. How about that? That sound good? Actually, yeah, let's drop this titanium. We don't need that right now. What we do need is acid mushrooms, because remember we were, that power cell got depleted, and we don't really have a way to recharge them. So we're gonna need to make some new batteries, unfortunately, to make the power cell with. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can get some of the, what's it? The creep vines while we're back over there. I'd like to get quartz as well, but my inventory's full, so sucks to be me, I guess. We can come back for that. We don't really need quartz right now. I was just thinking it would be nice for the locker. I think we actually still have a class, though. I kind of wonder what happens if you're... Does this stuff still affect you when you're in here? She asked rhetorically, finding out by swimming directly into it. Oh, it spurts out of them. For some reason, I thought it just left behind the eggs, but it can also squirt directly out of its bulbous tail thing. Oh! There we go. It's a good thing those can't hurt us while we're in there, or I would have been insta-killed. I am not a smart person, always. I think that dude was African American, the person that was speaking. I saw them in the inactive lava and somewhere else. The drones, I presume, not the Sunbeam crew members. Because if you saw the Sunbeam crew members in the lava zone, then... I don't know, so there's some weird and creepy stuff going on. Of course, this is a weird and creepy planet, so... who knows? I haven't been exploring the Aurora yet, either. Maybe the blueprints are in there. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Is there any reason I shouldn't explore the Aurora with the stuff that I have? I've got a laser cutter, I've got a radiation suit. I'm okay with dying. I can dump all my good stuff at home. I'm a little wary of losing my sea moth if I go out to the Aurora and then I die. The sea moth would still be out there. I can save right beforehand, though. Illuminati confirmed. Prawn soup, prawn soup, prawn soup. Woo. I'm not sure. Ooh, volcano. Hey, there's a quartz. What have I got in my inventory that I can dump? I can dump some titanium. Whatever. Is it getting too close? Woo! Fun times! Where'd my sea moth go? Oh, there it is. Man, I'm low on water. Let's grow. What can I dump? Let me dump the acid mushrooms. I can always get more. But I need a bladderfish. Stat. I did not pick up any earlier. I'm starting to regret it. That's not good. That's volcanic vent noises. I don't need that, I just need a fish. I'm not a stalker, I need a fish. Very specific fish, a delicious fish. Thank you. The sun is setting. Thanks, computer, I can see that. I just hit it. That's smart. Genius. Okay, let's save real quick. Let's see. Too many leviathans come with a prawn or cyclops. What do bladderfish do? They give you water. I have not found a way to distill water yet. So, I've been relying entirely on them for my water supply. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but, if there is, I haven't figured it out yet, so... Haven't found any blueprints, which seems like they would, give me something that would allow me to distill water on my own, so, they have been my stopgap. Would appreciate a hint, by the way, if you, I presume you do know a better way, because you've been playing for a while. Because that is a serious time sink. Ah, my
Mild dehydration detected.
Yeah, I know that. I know. There we go. Resources. Water, filtered water. Derived from bladderfish. And literally nothing else I have found. There is a command. Oh! There's a command that involves the bottle and other CTUD? Sorry. That is one thing I'm not actually that good at deciphering.
Vital signs stabilized.
There we go. Now we have got a ton of quartz. Can we, make... I've been trying to play this without command prompts, actually. I know a lot of people use them, but this is... they're trying to build this game to be, you know, actually playable without it, so I've been trying to do that. Not gonna lie, it's been an uphill slog sometimes, but I do try. Let's see here. We wanted a walker. Alright, I got rid of all my titanium. That's super great. Where are we gonna put it anyway? Is this seriously too narrow for a locker? I can make a wall locker though, right? Let's put them all on the same wall. That gets rid of our quartz anyway. I think we dropped some titanium down here. Well, there's that. Inventory full. Too full for that. Alright, we can go back and make our batteries. And we can come back in.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Can you put my name? Let's see. Let me scroll back here. Bottle another crud I typoed. Infection reveal, okay? Let's see. And I'm gonna write that down before I forget. And can you put my name on it because I'm helping a lot, please? Let's see. Put your name on the base or on the ship? Because the base is already named. I just haven't put the... I already... Because I forgot to... I actually forgot to rename the, beacon. But that's already claimed. I will do that soon. Okay, so your name is COD Zombie Fan MC. On the locker. Sure, I'll put COD Zombie on the locker if you don't mind. Mix some glass. I'm not actually sure that was the best idea, because we may need just plain quartz. Let's go ahead and make some batteries. Or a battery, apparently. That should free up some space in our inventory, anyway. Battery. Power cell. Cool. Now, like I said, I think I dropped some titanium out here. Somewhere. Or we could just pick that up. That works, too. Sun's rising, that's good. you watch Markamu a lot and saw that it's if it's American keyboard, it's F3 or F8 infection reveal. Cool. I actually, once I take the time to figure out console commands, I'll go ahead and try it in a few minutes. Once I finish making this wall locker, I don't want to get too distracted. Then, sure. I'll give it a shot. Ta-da! Alright, as promised. COD Zombie. I don't think it'll have... How many... Yeah, it doesn't give us many more characters than that. But how about that? Your very own locker in my base. And now I can stash all my stuff in it. Yay. Let's put that away. And go ahead and that'll just be our regular old battery storage. Yay! And now maybe we can start moving some of our stuff over from the other base and put it in here. That would be super cool. No space, hashtag meme team. Sure. That's... Alright. Let's go ahead and save, because we just did a lot of stuff, and this game is still glitchy. Alright. Console commands. There we go. Shadow loader, disable console. I'm not sure if I actually enabled console commands to begin with. Let's see. Ooh, working. Hate mesmers. Oh! Ha! I just realized. Pressing all these keys has been activating the settings I had on my stream for when I was trying to do a slideshow about Saiga Antelope. So, that might be what you've been seeing. I was not actually seeing that on stream. So, you're now seeing some photos of Saiga Antelope, courtesy of Wikipedia, which I tried to put on my stream when there was a story about all the Saiga Antelope dying off. They're weird-looking critters, aren't they? Let's get back to the game view, though. Now we're back to the game. My apologies for that. I had all these hotkeys on several different of the F3s for controlling my streaming software. I've had enough problems with that lately anyway, so thanks for looking it up. I may have arranged the hotkey such that I am unable to do console commands right now without stopping the stream. If so, then I will try those next time. But in the meantime, I'll just have to be content with hunting down every last bladderfish on this planet, while narrowly avoiding stalkers. I don't want your stupid metal, since that seems to be all stalkers care about, really. Oh, this is the realm of the mesmers, as you said. There's one. Let's not tangle with it. Bladderfish, bladderfish, where are you? Jeez, I'm leaving you alone. Salt deposits. And I'm approaching my unsafe depth. So. And it's frozen on me. Oh well. Let's see. I don't think if there's any other cool science news that, from the week. Unfortunately, I spent most of my time this week prepping, trying to figure out what was wrong with my streaming software instead of prepping science news, so, that slowed me down a little bit. Also, this week was super busy at work, so I spent a lot of my lunch break actually eating lunch and prepping for the rest of the things I actually had to do at work instead of looking up science news like I sometimes do on my lunch break. And there was a whole staying late thing. Not actual staying late, but yeah. Plus some personal stuff going on. Yeah, we talked about turtles. Talked about... Oh, there was an interesting study showing that penguins may actually have developed counter shading much later than expected. Counter shading is the thing that you see in penguins and in whales. Actually, and in a lot of other stuff as well.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Where you have dark coloration on the top and light coloration on the bottom. And if you're an aquatic creature, this is great because it's great camouflage. If you are a creature that you're swimming... imagine a penguin, okay? It's dark on the top, it's light on the bottom. If you're a predator and you're like a leopard seal and you're swimming along above the penguin and you look down, the penguin is going to be camouflaged against the dark depths of the water below you because it's going to be dark, so it's going to be harder to see. But if you're a leopard seal and you're swimming up under the penguin, then the penguin's light side is going to be camouflaged against the light coming down from the surface above. So, that's generally the purpose of how counter shading works. You do see it in some land animals as well, but it's pretty common underwater, especially in some animals. Like penguins have it, killer whales have it, a ton of fish have it. Sharks, like think about a great white shark. You know, it's got sort of darker coloration on the top and a pale underbelly. Same principle. That's counter shading. But some scientists were looking at fossilized feathers of early penguins and realized that they didn't have that. They didn't have counter shading for whatever reason. So the earliest penguins, which were huge, some of them getting up to like 6 foot 8 feet tall. Not 8 feet tall, but 6 foot 8. We're out of power. We used up all that power. We're so wasteful. May not have looked like modern penguins. They might have just all been gray. So, kind of a cool news item, I suppose. Okay, it's the tilde key. Let's see. Either that or up or down. Oh, it's tilde, then up or down. I am trying those things. They are not working, I'm afraid. Like I said, I may have disabled console commands before we started, so, I promise, COD Zombie, I promise I will do some experimenting on this in my spare time, but watching me fiddle around with keys is probably not the most interesting thing for the majority of people out there, so, I will figure it out, just probably not this time around. Let's see. But this does beg the question. Ooh, there's a school of fish right out the window. How pretty. This does beg the question of what we want to do next. Probably turn off the lights on that. We got food. If this is recharged enough, we can maybe cook ourselves that boomerang, please. Thank you. That'll be super helpful. You know, I think it's time to go around the other side of the Aurora. Pick up that life pod that we've been missing out on. So, we've got a signal there. We got a signal there, and I know we've got some more signals back at home. So, I think it's time to cook, and we've got some filtered water in there. So I think it's time to go grab some fish, cure them, so that they won't go bad. Actually, we don't need to be in here for this. What am I doing? And then go out and see. We are hoverfish. Hoverfishes and boomerangs will be our meals. Get some salt deposits. Down and up so we don't tangle with sand sharks. I can find it on YouTube, and am I on tomorrow? I usually stream 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thursdays is usually depth, but I have missed a heck of a lot of time streaming because of the aforementioned issues with the software I use to stream. So if a lot of people don't show up to watch me play depth, then I might play this again on Thursday. I'd certainly be open to it. I'm out of power again. How much do I have anyway? If I eat the boomerang raw, will I regret it? Probably. Alright. Let's withdraw our batteries. So we'll want those, I think. We're at 85% energy. Let's go. Let's save first, though. Always a good idea. I swear our life pod's fabricator charged up faster than this one. This one is sluggish. Maybe if we're inside the Aurora, we'll find the blueprints for the submarine. That'd be pretty great. Now see, here's the thing. I don't know if we want to go to the one that's around the Aurora or inside the Aurora. Taking votes. What's Depth? Depth is a really fun game where you can play as either a shark or a diver. And if you're playing as a shark, then you can swim around and try to eat the divers. And if you're a diver, your goal is to get all of the treasure, or as much of the treasure as possible, and get out before the sharks eat you. I really love playing as a shark in that game. There are very few games that will let you play as a shark, and Depth lets you, so that's kind of a unique and fun experience. It's also very cathartic, I find, to just rip into a bunch of hapless divers who are stealing your treasure and destroying your habitat. But, yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try and go around the Aurora. Aim for the life pod on the other side. That might take us a while. But you know what? We're gonna give it a shot. If the radiation or whatever gets too much, so be it. We're starting out just at sunrise, so hopefully we don't have to deal with too much creepy deep water after dark. Because let's face it, this does freak me out a little bit. I heard somebody describe... I saw an article that described this as a horror game, actually. Plays with your fear of the unknown because things don't necessarily act like you would expect them to. And we're frozen again. Dang it. This is a bad freeze. It should have resolved by now. Good thing we just saved. You see those lights in the distance? That one there and that one there. They're probably part of the island. Oh, they're stars! There's stars peeking out below. I mean, I guess that's cute. That's not how stars work. But... whatever. Reefback! Hi, Reefback. If we stay up near the surface, things can't eat us. That's my theory, anyway. How far away from me from the Aurora anyway. Okay, we're coming around the back here. That's not good. Oh, that's the you're up at the surface looking at the planet's music. Forgot about that. Not the something is coming up to eat you from below music. That is the it is now sinking in that you are on an alien planet music. It's both horror and adventure. Yeah. It's a little bit of both. The thing is, I really like horror movies, but horror games can get kind of intense for me. I like the idea of... What was that? Something bioluminescent. I like the idea of them a lot more than I like playing them. There's also the problem that a lot of horror game mechanics just make them really hard for me to play. Like, I really wanted to play, unusual electromagnetic signatures in the region. Exercise caution when diving deeper. Well, I'm planning on staying right up here at the surface, thank you very much. Ah, there's the Aurora. Going right around the back here. I think we're right above the lava zone right now. Which, I do want to explore, but not as much as I want to explore this life pod. I don't know if I'm necessarily... Because I don't have the moon pool and I don't have any upgrades on this thing yet, I don't think I'd last very long, to be honest. There's a new biome behind the Aurora, so they say. Well, we'll find out. I have this life pod signal that we gotta investigate, which, by the way, I don't really see anymore. Do you guys see that? Now it's showing as being in front of the Aurora. I thought that was the signal for behind the Aurora. Let's check our signals. Let's get rid of a compass. And instead put that signal in there. Where's that signal? That is also back that way. But you know what? We were already halfway there. We're still good on energy. Let's go see. We may not be able to dive down deep enough to actually see anything. But you know what? It's worth a shot. Let's see how deep we can get. Deep in, not deep enough for my liking in this small of a vehicle. It's rocky and a bunch of crevices. I hear rumbling. That to me says volcano. We are fragile and squishy. Let's see if it gets shallower at all behind here. If it gets shallower, we'll do it, but I'm not really equipped to go down that deep. And given that we're 60 feet down and not seeing anything, I'm not optimistic. We should be able to see the bottom by now. Once we get the moon pool and can put reinforcements on this thing, or if we have a, oh, the water's clearer out here. That's a happy sign. Oh, it's purple. Clear water means little life out in the real world. I don't know if that's true here. Yay! We're quite a ways away from home now. Ah, it's so pixelated on the back. I'm basically making a giant circle around it at this point. Fact is, even if we did have that life pod signal, if it's not shallow enough for us to reach, then being able to find it's pretty useless. water's turning greenish yellow here. Or maybe that's because the sun is doing something weird. Oh, I hear rumbling. Probably volcanic again. Samurai Jack returns. Volcanoes are in that area. Yeah. Again, I will come back here when I'm stronger, but not right now. I actually have not seen any of Samurai Jack. I get the sense that I get the sense that that's one of those things which I really should make the time to enjoy. But that's not a thing I have really acquainted myself with at all. Clouds are pretty today. It does strike me as a bit odd that the clouds on this planet work exactly like clouds on Earth, given that the surface of the planet is so different. But then, I mean, it does obviously have a lot of liquid water, so there's probably a hydrologic cycle just like here, so I guess it isn't that surprising. Our planet is covered majority with water, so... I hear the volcanoes. Not much to see around here. Not much to see at all. There's that moon again. Did I just see a shooting star? No, I think that was a bit of water splashing up. Alright, we made it all the way around the back. Since we're up so close to the Aurora, and we still have a ton of energy, I think we may just go ahead and try and get close to it. I hear the... from what I remember... Oh, that's the Reaper Leviathan! No, 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 do not want. Do not want. Getting away. I saw it off to the right-hand side. Nope, nope. Save me, Reefback! Save me! I wish they would add a new gun. Me too! Because I don't want to tangle with that thing. Thanks, Reaper Leviathan. I'll be hide behind... No, I mean... Reefback. I will hide behind you. Okay, so there's another one of those out there. I don't want to tangle with it, but I also want to go explore the Aurora. This is a quandary. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the upgrades necessary for this thing until I go explore the Aurora. Decisions. Do I brave it? You know what, let's do? I'm going to admire you and regain a measure of calm for a moment. Oh, there's a ton of them around here. That's cool. I'm going to get up to the surface. I'm going to hop out, repair this thing to the... Ah! Shoot. That's what happens when you get out while it's still moving. I keep forgetting I can't do that. I'm going to repair it to the max. And I already saved before we did that. So I'm going to see how close I can get up to the Aurora without, hopefully without attracting the Reaper Leviathan's attention. And then I'll see what happens. See if I can get in there. I like reefbacks too. They're like, I describe them as like fungus whales. You know? They're giant, kind of cool looking, generally chill. Not hurting anything. Just singing along, swimming along, moaning their reefback song. Ah, this is familiar territory. I don't want to go along the bottom to get out to the Aurora, because that's a danger zone, but it's cool that there's a kelp forest so close to its engines. That is reassuring somehow. Like, I know how this environment works, more or less. I know it drops off and gets deep closer to it, but for right now, I know how this works. Is that a new plant? No. I keep seeing those sort of like vertical table corals and thinking, ah, new plant, but no. Old plant loading, not loading properly. Alright, I'll see you later. Thanks for dropping in, COD Zombies. Appreciate it. Nice meeting ya. Peeper. That is a ship. Man, it's shallow along here. I don't know what I was expecting, but wasn't quite that. Is there anything scannable in here? How deep are we? Ooh. Sweet free power cell. I just realized my scanner is no longer. There we go. That'll be good. Anything I can scan in here? Nope, just a free power cell. You know what? I'll take it. And there's a ton of wreckage around here. Good thing I have that radiation suit. Ooh! Preparing the day's water ration ahead of time will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death. I did that. I brought a whole ton of water along with me, in fact. How long did I think I would wait before getting out here? Probably not that long. I'm a slow learner, what can I say? Maybe the game noticed I was a little low on food and water. Let's go ahead and have a snack then, shall we? There we go. That's better. Alright, so it drops off quite steeply there. Don't want to go down there then. Generally, the steeper it drops off, the worse off things are in terms of big monsters, which can eat me. Right up to the wall of this extremely radioactive ship. Ah, there's quartz! Are still looking for quartz? I'd be thrilled by this. What is rumbling? Vehicle upgrade console fragment? Yes, please. Power transmitter fragment? For sure. Vehicle upgrade console fragment? Yes. All of the yes. Propulsion cannon fragment? I think I already have that. Vehicle upgrade console fragment. Picked up titanium ×2. Power transmitter fragment. That's new. I think I already have the propulsion cannon. Honestly. He'll be back next. I only just noticed COD Zombie saying he'll be back next stream. Well, if you're watching the end of this on the YouTube channel, then hope to see you back then. Or if you are actually still here, well, thanks for watching, and I appreciate it. And I'll see you around then. I do appreciate the help. What was that? Oh, sand shark. I think. Yeah. Cool, sand shark in a sort of reef habitat. Cool mix. Do not want. I'm gonna stay up near the wreck. Okay, and oh, the sun's setting. This is a very not good place to be out near sunset, I get the feeling. That was not good. That was Reaper noise. No, that's a stalker. Nice friendly stalker. Hey, Jill. Well, I'm getting a little low on water, and I'm not seeing a way in. Now we know we can get up next to the Aurora. I think it's time to head back, honestly. Also, frankly, it's getting a little late IRL for me, because I got a heck of a lot to do to prepare for work tomorrow. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to also, I realized we're getting low on water. We did get some cool components this time, and we will get more because now we know where to go. We already scanned these. So I think I'm gonna head back to our base, and then next time we're gonna come out with food and water. We're gonna go straight to the back end of the Aurora, like over that way, it did look like, in fact, like that was the way to go to get in. So, yeah, we're gonna head back to our base now, and then next time we're gonna come back out to the Aurora and see what's what. Reef back. I can't see you, but I can hear you, and your song is comforting. It actually reminds me, I do remember reading one time about a humpback whale that was observed making its, you know, they have those, ooh, here we are. Getting shallower again. This is a good sign. Getting close to home. There's the manatees. Yeah, humpback whale that was observed, basically calling into a, down into a canyon underwater, and then pausing and listening as if it were waiting for the echo to come back. And it made all these, it was documented making all these kinds of weird noises into the canyon, like as if it was listening for the echo of its own song to come back and then playing with the echo. Now, I've only seen this documented once. I'm gonna hunt it up and see if I can hunt it up and put it in the channel description. But, I don't know, it just came to mind just now. An example of a whale seeming to, it's important not to make too many assumptions, but seeming to play with sound. I'm gonna kill all you fish. Swim right in the center. Oh, shush. I'm gonna use this until I'm gonna be lazy and use my sea moth until I find bladderfish. I know they're around here somewhere and they are a little easier to see in the dark, but man, there just are not enough of them. Peepers. There's one. There's a couple, actually. Oh. I guess I don't want to get out while the manatee's right on top of me. Yeah, panic and swim away, why don't you? I find it ironic that the bladderfish are right next to the manatees, because that's the only area I haven't dared to go. They must respawn eventually, right? Said the New England whalers as they watched their prey slowly die out as they obliterated them all for whale oil. This game teaches an important lesson about environmental sustainability. If you eat all of something, it is gone. Still have not figured out why the manatees would have such a deep and resonant call when they all seem to be clustered in the same area. Maybe they're calling out to manatees in other coral reef habitats. Maybe that's what's going on. Because those calls like that generally belong to species that have that are trying to communicate over long distances. Certainly longer than the few feet it takes to reach the other manatees. Could be a mating thing too. Like, I can make a deep and resonant call. I am worth sharing spores with. Look how fit I am. Of course, it doesn't look like anything eats these things, honestly. No bladderfish down there, I can tell you that. I have seen some up near the surface, but they're usually around the reef backs. So. We need to find a reef back and poach its bladderfish. Sun's up. Rabbit rays. By the way, I need to issue a bit of a correction. Oh, I never noticed they even have ray-like teeth. That's so cool. But yeah, I made this correction on the video itself. I don't think it actually wound up finishing uploading to YouTube. I think I had to close out of that window for some really important reason. But, my last Subnautica video, I said that nudibranchs reproduced by a rather unusual method in which they tried to stab each other in the head with their reproductive organs. That is incorrect. Unfortunately, I did not know this. I was genuinely convinced that it was nudibranchs that did this. Turns out it's actually flatfish that stab each other in the head using this means of reproduction called penis fencing. It's not all flatfish either. Just some flatfish. So, I apologize for the error. I genuinely believed it was nudibranchs, and I thought I had checked this. But apparently not thoroughly enough. So, flatworms, not nudibranchs. That is much better. Alright, let's get back up to full health here so we can leave ourselves in a good place. Oh, that wasn't just filtered water we picked up. That was disinfected water. Now I would hope that filtered water will also be microorganism free, frankly. Maybe this, because any microorganisms large enough to be, actually any microorganisms should be larger than the various minerals, which I sure hope are being filtered out, because presumably we're swimming in salt water, given the large number of salt deposits on the seabed. I could be wrong though, maybe they were swimming in fresh water all along. In which case, why can't we drink it? I don't know. Maybe by microorganisms they also include viruses, which by most definitions are not technically organisms, but whatever. Alright, I am going to go down one more time. I'm going to pick up some bladderfish. Because they're right there. And we're going to filter them down. And we're going to get all ready for the next time, so that when I boot up the game next time, can just rev up and get out there and go see the Aurora. Well, that's some peaceful music. And that's a stalker. Chill. Leave me alone. Where's the other bladderfish? That's a bleeder. Nope. Will not tangle with the bleeder. More quartz? We'll leave that where it is. Bladderfish. Where are you, bladderfish? It's such a green and pleasant environment. It's awfully dead. Ah, really? There we go. Fortunately, we have that delightful battery recharger, so that's not a problem. We could just tool around on this thing all day. Not have to worry about going to find more copper. Actually, you know what we haven't done in a while? Is saved. We haven't saved since we were out at the Aurora.
seconds.
30 seconds of oxygen and a stalker. Hashtag Subnautica problems. I'm leaving you alone, jeez. I know you're territorial, but this is something else. Ooh. That's a stalker egg. Ooh, cool, you can see the embryo in it. Ah! Jeez. There we go. Got rid of you. There's that wreck which has caused us all that problems. You know, maybe there's something in there I've missed. Let's go down and scan it real quick. Okay, where did it just go? Oh, it's right there. This is the same one I've tried to cut into before, isn't it? This is a different one. Oh, shush. Okay, so there's a panel right down there I can try cutting into. Whee! There's a stalker there. I'll wait till it swims off a little ways. Also, I did see sort of a cave into there with some glowy things growing in it, but I would rather avoid those if possible. Okay, I think Stalker is gone. Whee! Where is the laser cutter? Okay, that doesn't work. What about in here? Okay, now I know these things hurt you. There's a bleeder. Where does this lead? To a magical world of Stalkerland. Okay, fine. So I can't cut that panel. And there's a stalker after me. Let's go to the surface and get more oxygen. I will get into this darn wreck. Yay. There's a piece of wreckage here. It can't just be... Okay, is there a stalker trapped in that cave? Because I swear I saw a stalker... Ah, there it is. Yeah. I don't think this is so much a regular old piece of wreckage as it is Stalker Cave Central. There's even a stalker egg down there. Seems to me like the main purpose of this wreckage is to hide this cave. I can get into it back there. But the stalker's also right there. Oh, he swam off. Mobile bay, vehicle bay fragment. I've already got one of those, but that's okay. That's not scannable. Maybe if I just stay put, he won't notice. Mobile vehicle bay fragment. I've already got one of those. Still suit fragment. Absolutely. Yay. Bioreactor fragment. I mean, I already have that. Sea glide fragment. I already have. I'm using a freaking sea glide. Well, it's a bunch of, basically it's a bunch of titanium, because I've already scanned most of these things. But, hey, you know what? It was worth a look. Now let's get our sea glide and get up out of here.
30 seconds.
Before we drown. I guess that goes to show, though, something important. There are definitely things we haven't scanned. And things which make our game freeze. What was that? Was that it? Is that diseased one? Yeah, I think it is. Look, it's got those glowy green bits on it. That ain't right. We can drop all this titanium in order to pick up these delicious bladderfish. Oops, what was that? Yes, I want the compass, thank you. Get back here. You are so rare, I need all of you. Where did you go? I feel so forlorn. There were like 3 of them. There's one. There's one. That's a diseased one. Yay. And there's one. There's some sand sharks. I'm gonna make sure not to leave my sea moth behind. We drifted quite a ways away from it. Whee! Breaching up out of the water like a freaking dolphin. Actually, since we're here, let's go ahead and pick up a first aid kit or 2. We can take it over to our other spot. Make a ton of filtered water here. This is all very good news. And we can cure some things for later. Best kind of fish is a preserved fish. There's a tombstone out there from the earliest days of America's settlers for a man whose name was, unfortunately, preserved fish. You can look it up, it's true. People had some odd names back in the day. It's actually probably pronounced preserved. Because, you know, preserved by God and all that. But, yeah, his name was Preserved Fish. And thus he shall ever be remembered. Very good. Where's our base? Here we are. I will not swim directly over the volcanic vent. That is a bad idea, and I will not do it. You don't look so good. It's just kind of sitting there in the water. More bladderfish! I don't need any right now, though. I'm actually fine for water. That last expedition was most productive. I've scanned that one, right? Yeah, that's Life Pod 3. We've explored Life Pod 3 quite extensively. Let's hop out here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Ah, what a view. It's actually not that impressive, but let's open the COD zombie locker. Deposit our 6 ounces of water in there, along with our beautiful disinfected water. Eat an old cooked hoopfish. Deposit our preserved fish and our first aid kit in there. Along with our, let's see. Well, you know, I think we really need to use everything else right now. The sun is setting, and while this night happens, I think we'll just let the night play out. And, I think this is probably where we're gonna end it for tonight, honestly. All the next things I kind of want to do are big projects, and I've unfortunately got a lot of IRL stuff on my plate right now. So, I will be putting this up on YouTube later. I still have one more episode to upload before this one. I honestly might just skip uploading last week's Subnautica, because like I said, it basically all got wiped out when the game crashed, and nobody wants to see me repeat all that stuff. So, yeah, check my YouTube channel. That would be ElizabethPlaysWithScience, I believe. There will be a link. There's a link to it on my channel page. For more Subnautica videos, also Depth and XCOM. More XCOM to follow. I'm sorry I have been unable to stream XCOM for 2 weeks, but first I was out of town, and then OBS was being a pain, and I couldn't really get to work. Yeah, all of the science-y stuff I talked about, as scant as it was this episode, will be in the description, and I will also put it in my channel, so you can go and look it up if you so desire. I'm going to be back on Thursday streaming Depth, and maybe a little Subnautica after that, but mostly Depth, because honestly, Depth is just a lot of fun, for me personally. And then I will be streaming XCOM again on Saturday, because that's my streaming schedule. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Tuesdays is Subnautica, Thursdays is Depth, and Saturdays, when it works, is Subnautica. I'm sorry, XCOM. Like I said, it's been a really long day. So yes, I hope to see you all again on Thursday, or if Depth is not your style, then again next Tuesday. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been a great pleasure. I do love this game, and it's great that so many people are watching. In the meantime, take care, guys, and have a great night.